What's going on, everyone? I apologize for the long-awaited video. I know some of you want to see what my classes are like this semester, and today I'm going to tell you. I'm taking biochemistry, histology, gross anatomy, and physiology this semester, and as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I'm taking them concurrently, so it's a lot of information, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly when those classes are. Alright, so this is my 2018 to 2019 class schedule for the first semester of first year. So we started school August 1st. So while everyone was in their, still in their summer vacations, we started school already. So we started biochemistry extra early. Second week, we started histology on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The green, highlighted green, is the quizzes, are the quizzes. So we have plenty of quizzes. At the start of third week, we began gross anatomy. And you can see that there's 3 gross anatomies per week, but in reality, there's only 2, so it's usually on Wednesdays and Fridays. And then on the 4th week, we started physiology. And then occasionally you'll have these exam weeks where you may have a quiz, and then you may have a histo exam or gross anatomy exam. So this week, entire week, is dedicated to exams. There won't be any lectures, only exams. So it's also important to point out that starting from the beginning of third week, your classes are going to start from 9 and end around 4:30, and that's like every day of the week. Also, there's this little break in between classes around 12 to 1. You get to have lunch, and since our campus is close to Chinatown, there's tons of food. There's also a place called Reading Terminal. There's a bunch of fast food restaurants in there too. There's a lot of options. In terms of how I study and what's been working for me, when we first started our semester, we only had biochemistry, so I had a lot of time to even write down notes as I go, and then I'll review them maybe the next day. But because there's every week there's classes that's being added, like histo, and then the following week general anatomy, I found that writing down notes became so time consuming that I had to find a new way so that it's more manageable. In each PowerPoint, there's a notes section, right? What I do now is, after reading the PowerPoint, I would summarize the entirety of the PowerPoint into that notes section. I would try to think about it, not look at the slide, just think about it, and then I'll think about how I should summarize the slide, and I'll just type it out. And then I'll go back to the actual slide, and then I will match up in the information and see if I got the information or the information didn't even register. So that has been the way that I study right now, just summarizing every PowerPoint slide. And it makes life a lot easier when the exam time comes, because you can just look at your notes, and then you'll remember, oh yeah, I did write that. Oh yeah, that's the mechanism. I just want to also mention that labs are unavoidable. I thought when I finished my junior year of college that I was never gonna have to take labs again. I was so wrong. Histo and general anatomy, there's gonna be labs for it. In histology, at least at Temple, you guys are gonna be paired up, and you'll be given slides, and you're gonna have to identify what kind of cells are on the slide, what's the function of the cell, and where is the cell found. So for example, endothelial cells, obviously it's found around the capillary, the inner surface of the capillaries. So gross anatomy is another class where you're gonna have to have labs. So what's the general takeaway? Yes, you're gonna have a lot of classes. You're gonna have a lot of information to know, and you're gonna have to make some sacrifices to have that time to study and not use it to hang out with your friends because that's very time inefficient. But I think it's all manageable. Medical school is not hard. I think anyone can do it as long as they're willing to put in the time and effort. As long as you understand what's going on in class, I think you're not gonna have any problems. The only problem I can see people having is if they don't understand, they don't ask for help. To those out there who are still in high school or college, I encourage you guys to really find out how to take notes because I think it will go a very long way. And don't be discouraged when you hear other people say that medical school is hard, because you're hearing from me, who's in medical school right now, that it's not hard. It's doable. All right? Even with all those course loads, it's doable. And if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share.